Some people don't shout when they're hurt. They disappear. No arguments, no explanations, just silence. And the scary part? That silence is not peace, it's protection. Because the people who go quiet often feel the deepest. You've probably met someone like this. Or maybe you are that person. Someone hurts you, and instead of reacting, you just go quiet. No messages, no confrontation, just distance. People think you're okay, but inside, something has changed. Why do some people shut down instead of speaking up? What are they really thinking in that silence? In this video, you'll discover 8 powerful psychological truths behind why people go quiet when they're hurt, and what that silence truly means. Number 1. Silence is their emotional defense mechanism. When some people get hurt, their brain instantly switches into protection mode. Instead of reacting emotionally, they shut down to avoid further damage. Psychologically, this is called emotional withdrawal, a way to reduce pain by limiting exposure. For example, imagine someone being insulted by a close friend. Instead of arguing, they just stop talking. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much to risk saying something worse. Silence becomes their shield, because sometimes staying quiet feels safer than opening a wound that's already bleeding. Number 2, they process pain internally, not externally. Some people don't need to express pain loudly. They process everything inside their mind. Their thoughts become their conversation. They replay moments, analyze words, and try to understand what went wrong. For instance, after a breakup, one person might cry and vent to friends, while another becomes silent, thinking for days. This internal processing is deeper, slower, and often more intense. Because for them, healing is not about talking more. It's about understanding more. Here is something most people don't realize. Number 3. They fear saying something they can't take back. When emotions are high, words can become dangerous. People who go quiet often have strong self-control. They know that in anger or pain, they might say something irreversible. So instead of exploding, they choose silence. For example, during a heated argument, one person shouts everything while the other suddenly becomes quiet and walks away. It's not weakness, it's awareness, because they understand one powerful truth. Words spoken in pain can destroy what silence could have saved. Number 4. They have learned that expressing pain doesn't always help. Many quiet people weren't always silent. At some point in their life, they tried expressing their feelings and were ignored, misunderstood, or dismissed. So their brain learned a painful lesson. Talking doesn't fix anything. For example, someone who grew up being told you're overreacting eventually stops explaining how they feel. They don't go quiet because they don't feel, they go quiet because they feel it's pointless to explain. Because when your voice is unheard enough times, silence becomes your language, but the truth is even deeper. Number 5. Silence helps them regain control. Pain often creates emotional chaos. Thoughts race. Feelings overwhelm. Silence becomes a way to regain control over that chaos. By stepping back, they create space to think clearly instead of reacting impulsively. For example, after being betrayed, someone might stop communicating for a while. Not to punish the other person, but to stabilize themselves. This silence is not avoidance. It's self-regulation. Because sometimes the strongest response is not reacting at all. Number 6, they don't trust easily with their vulnerability. People who go quiet when hurt often value emotional trust deeply. They don't open up easily, and when they do, it's meaningful. So when someone hurts them, it feels like a betrayal of that trust. Instead of exposing their vulnerability again, they close off. For example, if someone shares a personal secret and it's used against them, they won't argue. They'll withdraw. Because for them, silence is not distance. It's protection of something sacred, their inner world. This is where things get interesting. Number 7. They expect others to notice without them explaining. Quiet people often believe that if someone truly understands them, they shouldn't have to explain their pain. This creates an unspoken expectation. For instance, if a close friend hurts them, they might go silent and wait, hoping the other person realizes their mistake. But when that doesn't happen, the hurt grows deeper. Because silence for them is a test of emotional awareness, and when no one notices, it feels like proof that they were never understood in the first place. Number 8. Their silence often means the relationship has changed. This is the hardest truth. When a quiet person goes silent after being hurt, something inside them shifts. They may still talk, still smile, but not in the same way. Because once trust is broken deeply, they don't always express it. They adjust internally. For example, someone who used to share everything suddenly becomes distant, not dramatic, just different. Because their silence is not temporary. It's transformation. And sometimes, silence is the beginning of emotional detachment. At a deeper level, silence is not just a reaction, it's a language. A language shaped by past experiences, emotional intelligence, and self-protection. People who go quiet are not weak communicators. They are selective communicators. They've learned that not every situation deserves a reaction, and not every person deserves access to their emotions. Their silence carries meaning. You just have to know how to listen to it. Think about your own life for a moment. Was there a time when you went quiet instead of speaking up? When you chose distance over explanation? Not because you didn't care, but because you cared too much. Maybe you were waiting for someone to understand without words. Maybe you were protecting yourself from more pain. Or maybe you were slowly letting go without making noise. Because sometimes the loudest heartbreaks are the silent ones. In a world where everyone is speaking, silence is often misunderstood. But the people who go quiet when they're hurt are not empty. They are full of thoughts, emotions, and unspoken truths. If someone goes silent after being hurt, don't ignore it. Because silence is not the absence of feeling. It's the presence of something deeper. And sometimes, the most important conversations are the ones that were never spoken at all.